Hi everyone, this is a review of the 32 brand new Threshold wax melts from Target, made by Hannah's Candle. This new wax melt brand was launched at the end of August of this year, 2020, and consists of 32 scents with something for everyone. Around only like 30% of the scents are foodie type scents like bakery or fruity, while the rest are a variety of spa, perfumey, fresh, and incensey type scents. These threshold wax melts that are only available from Target are the only retail store-bought wax melts that can compete with Walmart wax, which is the Sensationals and Better Homes and Gardens, in terms of price. The Threshold wax melts are $1.99 each, whereas the Walmart wax melts are $2 each, so same price. Although these threshold melts are 2 ounces instead of the Walmart wax melts, which are 2.5 ounces. This means that the per ounce price for these melts is higher. So if the Threshold wax melts were 2.5 ounce, they would cost $2.49, which is still lower than pretty much every non-discount store out there besides Walmart. As far as the consistency of the wax, I'm just going to pick a random one. The wax is hard. It's hard wax. It's a little bit crumbly, not the wax, but getting it out of the clamshell is a little bit crumbly. You can see like at the edges, like the wax kind of cracks at the edges. Not a big deal at all. That's because there's only 2 ounces of wax poured into a clamshell that's made for 2.5 ounces. So you can see like normally the wax would be closer to the top. So the wax does not cover the 6 individual wax cube compartments completely. However, by having it set up this way, it makes the cubes very easy to pop out because they're basically already kind of broken for you. So you just, pop them out, no problem. Whereas other wax, you kind of have to, break the wax. Again, it doesn't really matter either way. The labels are simple, tasteful, elegant. They even have some of the notes on the label, which is very helpful and something I wish that more wax melt companies would do. I don't think they're all the notes for the scent, though. I'm not sure. The only negative that I can find, and not a deal breaker at all, is the quality of the clamshells, which are made with thin, flimsy plastic that breaks and curls easily. If you can see it, like you can kind of see it, like for instance with this one. When you close the clamshell, you have to be sure that it's closed on all sides, because sometimes one side will stay open or will pop open, like this one. Well, yeah, okay, so you can see I closed it like I would just a normal clamshell, but it didn't close all the way. And also you can kind of see, even when it's closed, that like the plastic curls a little bit, so you can see that some air could get in those gaps, which can cause the scent to dissipate in time. So that would be like the only negative that I can find about these, is the quality of the plastic itself. So I'm going to review each scent, but just a quick summary. These are fantastic. They are absolutely fantastic. Great throw, incredible scents. I am really surprised that so many of them, most of them, are just absolutely fantastic. So I am going to start with, I'm going to try to run through these quickly if I can. I don't know. It's going to take some time with 32 cents. So let's see. I'm going to start with Blackberry Oak. I'm not going to open each one. It's just going to take too much time to do that. So Blackberry Oak Oh, and if you've never seen my reviews before, I don't look at the notes until I've actually reviewed the scent because I don't want to be swayed by what I think it should smell like. So, Blackberry Oak notes are with raspberry and currant. I do smell fruit, maybe blackberry, not sure, but it smells like wine with a very strong, like a fermentation note that companies often add to liquor scents. This note makes the scent smell sour or bitter, like fruit fermenting at the bottom of an oak barrel. It's a little bit similar to Sensational's Blackberry Cognac. I don't like this one at all. I had to remove it from the warmer, but I think that might just be me. I really am able to pick out those kind of those bitter, sour type notes. So I'm just very sensitive to them. So I'm not a fan of this one. However, the throw is bold. 5 out of 5, took over the entire house. Next we have Caramel Latte. Notes are with coffee and vanilla. On cold sniff, this smells like pumpkin pie with a hint of coffee and caramel. I definitely smell nutmeg. When melted, I no longer detect the coffee, but a cinnamon note comes out. So this is actually more of, I would say it's more of like a pumpkiny pie type scent. Yeah, it really is. It's definitely got that, it's kind of a buttery pumpkiny pie. It's a nice scent. Throw on this one is medium, like a 3 out of 5, would do best in a small to a medium-sized room. Next we have Cardamom and Clove with notes of cinnamon and nutmeg. This smells a bit like Hannah's Candle Ember Glow in that it's a raw wood scent with a hint of like oud and a smidgen of smokiness, but it's not as intense as that scent. This scent also has a strong cedar note that gives it a teensy bit of sweetness. I don't detect cinnamon or nutmeg at all, which makes it sound like this would be like a pumpkin-y scent if it had those notes, but it's not. It's not even a little bit foody at all. It's a totally different scent, but it's fantastic. Throw is strong, 3.5 out of 5. Oh, and to back up just a little bit about, where I said it smells like Hannah's Candle Ember Glow. I don't think that any of these new scents are dupes of Hannah's Candle's own scents. Because I've reviewed every one of Hannah's Candle scents, and I don't think any of these are dupes. So these are all brand new scents as far as I know. All right, so we will go to Casaba Melon. Nice melon color. With notes of honeydew and watermelon. This smells like cantaloupe, not watermelon, with a hint of sage or maybe eucalyptus, which tempers a bit of the sweetness, and a smidgen of a floral note. I'm not a fan of melon scents, but I like this one because it's so different. You wouldn't really think that like melon and like eucalyptus and sage would be a good combination, but it really is, and I don't know why. Throw is bold. 5 out of 5, took over the entire house. Next we have Cedar Patchouli. And patchouli, here we go. Notes of tobacco and sandalwood. This is pure incense and exotic spices with tobacco, patchouli, and clove. It's warm, very rich and sweet, but not overly sweet. Melted, it also has a little bit of a molasses note. And in the room, I detected like a smidgen of apple, but when I sniff it up close, I don't smell the apple. It's just a fantastic scent. Throw is strong, like a 3.5 out of 5. Next is Coconut Sorbet. And with notes of sugar cane and lime. This is a watery coconut scent with just a hint of lime and a bland, soapy, slightly waxy note that I don't care for, although it's still a nice scent. It's only a tiny bit sweet. It smells like Better Homes and Gardens Island Coconut Lime, or any of those, coconut lime type scents. Throw is very strong, 4 out of 5. Cozy Cashmere with notes of vanilla and amber. This is a fantastic, warm, ambery, musky perfume scent with a hint of rich, buttery vanilla that almost gives it a foodie note. It might also have a smidgen of coconut way in the background. It smells incredible. And throw is strong, like a 3.5 out of 5. Great scent. I'm going to be stocking up on that one. Next is Cypress Sage with cat fur. Notes of with notes of lavender and fir. On cold sniff, this is a sweet soapy scent with lavender and just a hint of pine. When melted, I really don't smell the pine, and it's not nearly as soapy, but it's very fresh and clean. A little like a men's body wash, but much better. It could have a smidgen of sweet cedar and a barely detectable smidgen of lemon way in the background. I expected it to be a savory scent based on the name, but it's quite sweet and perfect for the bedroom. I adore this scent. I'll be stocking up on bunches, and the throw is bold, 5 out of 5. Took over the entire house. Next we have Eucalyptus Leaf with notes of lemongrass and thyme. This is lemongrass, a spa-type soapy herbal lemony scent. On cold sniff, it's a little less soapy and a bit more savory than most lemongrass scents, probably because of the thyme and eucalyptus. And I do detect a smidgen of the eucalyptus on cold sniff. I don't think most people would notice it. However, when melted, it's just lemongrass. No eucalyptus or savory notes. It's very soapy. Still not sweet, but a tiny bit sweeter than other lemongrass scents I've smelled. It does not have that citronella note that some lemongrass scents tend to have. It's a very nice, relaxing spa type scent, and it smells incredible when mixed with lavender. Try mixing it with their Lavender White Tea scent, which I'll be reviewing in a few minutes. That combination is amazing. Throw is very strong, 4 out of 5. So it's a keeper. Great for mixing spa type scents. Festive Spice with notes of clove and cinnamon. This is a sweet red hot cinnamon candy scent. I don't detect cloves per se, but it does have a warm note. I'm not a fan of straight cinnamon scents, but this one is quite nice. Melted, it is very cinnamony, and actually melting it in the room, my eyes started watering. It was that cinnamony. So cinnamony. Save this one for a very large room, or mix it with another scent if you want to tone down the cinnamoniness. Throw is bold, 5 out of 5. This one will take over the entire house and the outside of the house, and probably your neighbor's house too. Fresh Fraser, and I just want to note that they've actually spelled Fraser correctly. Usually when like wax melts have the name Fraser in them, they put an I in it, like the TV show character, and it just kind of just bothers me. So this one is actually spelled correctly. With notes of cedar and balsam. I was hoping this was the same scent as the Aldi Woodland Pine scent that came out last winter, which was also made by Hannah's Candle. Although it's very close and most people might not be able to tell the difference, it's not exactly the same. Both scents have a woodsy, slightly smoky note, but but fresh Fraser has a little sharpness that the Aldi scent does not, which makes it more of like a standard pine scent rather than like a woodsy, smoky pine scent. It's not an overly biting pine like some pine scents can be. It's a great scent. It's also good as a mixer for other scents. Try mixing it with their Tangerine Ginger scent. That combination of orange and pine is just outstanding. Throw is strong, 3.5 out of 5. Hawaiian Nectar. My cats are going crazy right now. What are you doing, silly? What are you doing, silly? All right. Hawaiian Nectar with notes of persimmon and acai. This kind of smells like grilled pineapple or actually burnt pineapple. Although I'm not sure if it's pineapple at all. It's some kind of a fruit. Mainstays Amaretto and Blood Orange from Walmart has that same burnt, like electrical fire note. I no longer have that scent to compare, but I swear it's the same scent as the new Mainstays Amaretto and Blood Orange. I remembered it as soon as I opened it. So it might be the same scent. Hannah's Candle has made some Mainstays scents in the past, although most of the Mainstays scents are made by MVP Group International. Like the Mainstays scent, I don't like this one at all. Throw is very strong, though, 4 out of 5. Hickory Embers. Notes of olivinum and cedar. Olivinum, bum, ba, da, ba, da. Okay, sorry. I've smelled this type of scent many times before. And although it's smoky, it's not a true, like, embers, smoke type scent, like, say, for instance, Ambiescence's Happy Camper. It smells like smoky wood, but it's a little sour. It has like a slight sour note with like a fake liquid smoke type smokiness, although it's not a bacon or a mesquite type smokiness, and kind of like a strong Play-Doh note. Olivinum is another name for frankincense, so I expected this to have a hint of a cologne note, but it doesn't. It smells a lot like the Woodwick Fireside, and like that scent, I don't care for this one. Throw is bold, though, 5 out of 5. Took over the whole house. Next we have Island Hibiscus. Oh my gosh. This one's incredible. With notes of tropical fruit and hyacinth. This smells like a cross between sweet pea and jasmine with a soapy note and a smidgen of a green grass note. It's extremely sweet. Looking at the notes, I don't smell tropical fruit. What is my cat? Hey, what are you doing? Oh, get off of there. Get off. Sorry. Looking at the notes, I don't smell tropical fruit, although sweet pea is a floral that has a bit of a fruity note. And hyacinth smells like lilac. This scent does not have a lilac note. When I first opened the clamshell, I recognized this scent immediately. It is the same scent as Sensational's Texas Edition Western Cactus from H-E-B stores, which is also the same scent as a Sensational scent I bought in 2013 or 14 that I no longer have, which I think was called Patagonia Orchid. I'm actually sniffing Island Hibiscus and Sensational's Western Cactus side by side, or I actually did when I did the review. They are exactly the same scent, and I'm not sure how that happened because Sensationals and Hannah's Candle are two totally different companies. Of course, again, Hannah's Candle makes the threshold melts. This is one of my favorite scents of all time. I'm so glad I have it again. I was just keeping my fingers crossed that it would throw well because it's my favorite scent of the whole collection, and It's a scent monster. Bold, 5 out of 5. Took over the entire house. So if you like really sweet floral scents like I do, oh my God, this one's Island Hibiscus is insanely good. Lavender White Tea. I know a lot of people were looking forward to this one. And just you can see that none of these are melted because I bought like duplicates and triplicates of each scent, and these are just the ones I didn't melt. So Lavender White Tea with notes of clary, sage, and aloe. This is definitely a tea scent, but it's not a foodie drink type tea. It smells like a soapy, creamy, tea-scented body lotion. I think it also has a smidgen of a floral, although I don't smell lavender per se, and possibly a barely detectable smidgen of lemon or lemongrass way in the background. It's sweet, but not overly so. It's a lovely, relaxing bedroom type scent. It's fantastic. Looking at the notes, aloe is a bland, watery scent that smells a little like cucumber, and I don't detect that in this scent. And clary sage is a very savory, herbaceous scent with hints of lavender, but this scent is not savory at all. And the throw is very strong, 4 out of 5. So this is definitely a keeper. Oh, and I've got to get my cat because she got her nail stuck in my chair. Okay, I'm doing this review at night, and I think my cats want to eat. But I think they're going to have to wait. All right, so we've got pumpkin spice with notes of cinnamon and vanilla. This is a standard pumpkin pie scent. There's not much else to say. It's quite nice. Throw is bold, 5 out of 5. Took over the entire house. I know that was a quick one, but pumpkin scents. There's a lot of pumpkin scents this time of year. Rain lily. With notes of magnolia and citrus. This is a fresh, oceany, watery scent with a hint of floral, though it's barely sweet at all. I've smelled this type of scent many times before. It's not a body wash type scent, and it's not all that sweet. And it's not soapy, but it's pleasant and a nice scent for a bathroom. When it's melted, it's a bit less fresh and takes on a tiny bit of a bitter, waxy note, but not enough to ruin the scent. It's just okay for me. It's not one of my favorites, but it's nice. Looking at the notes, I don't detect any citrus, and the throw is strong, 3.5 out of 5. Next we have, which one did I just do? Oh, next we have Seaside Driftwood with cat fur. How does cat fur get all over everything? Seaside Driftwood with notes of marine moss and cedar. This is a rich men's cologne scent with a bit of mahogany or cedar with a smidgen of smokiness. Does it have smokiness? Wait, I don't know, maybe. Not really. I don't know why I thought it was smoky. It's really not. I thought it was similar to Better Homes and Gardens, mahogany and sandalwood, but that scent is much richer and with more of a mahogany note. This scent is very similar to Sensational's Dapper, and I described it the same way. It's a very nice scent. Throw is very strong, 4 out of 5. So that's a keeper too. Soft cotton with notes of orange blossom and jasmine. And I saw those notes and I was really excited to open this one up. Despite the name, this is not a laundry scent. I smell neroli, which is orange, kind of like orange blossom, which almost gives it a copper tone suntan oil type vibe. But it also has a rich, slightly salty note of bergamot, which is usually in cologne type scents, although that's not what this is at all. And maybe a barely detectable smidgen of lemon. It's a beautiful, pleasant scent. It's one of my favorites of this collection. Melted, it's perfumey and soapy, a perfect scent for a bedroom. My description just does not do this justice. I've never smelled anything like it, and I'll be hoarding this one. I described the Cypress Sage scent similarly. Cypress Sage scent. I can't say that. I described Cypress Sage scent similarly, but they're totally different scents. Throw is very strong, 4 out of 5, so this is definitely hoard worthy. Next we have Sunset Sands, and with notes of pineapple and coconut. This smells like a tropical version of vanilla bean and amber, which I will be reviewing in a couple of minutes. It's a sweet, warm, ambery, perfumey scent with a smidgen of vanilla and perhaps a barely detectable smidgen of cedar. It's just a teensy bit less sweet than the vanilla bean and amber scent. It also has a hint of coconut and pineapple. The pineapple is very subtle, but it gives this scent a bit of a tropical or beachy note. It's definitely a perfumey or body cream type scent rather than a foodie scent. And it's fantastic. I'm not a fan of pineapple scents, but it's so subtle in this, and all the other notes in it just make it smell incredible. Great scent. Throw is very strong, 4 out of 5, so this one is hoard worthy as well. Sunshine Apple. Look at that bright red color. With notes of crisp pear and citrus. This is a bit of an artificial apple scent, but I think the pear note makes it smell that way. I don't detect citrus at all, which is in the notes. There's also no cinnamon or any other notes. It's just apple. Despite that it's not quite authentic, it's a very nice, pleasant apple scent. And because it doesn't have any other notes, it can be used as a great mixer to combine with other scents. Throw is 5 out of 5, a scent monster. Bold, took over the entire house. Very, very strong. Next we have Tangerine Ginger. And this one, get my notes here. With notes of clementine and mandarin. This is a totally fake orange scent, but it smells fantastic. It's a fun, happy scent, something a kid would probably love, but I love it too. It would smell like an orange creamsicle if it were creamy, a little sweeter, and a little less citrusy. I don't detect any ginger, and this scent is a beast of a thrower. 5 out of 5, took over the entire house. Bold throw. If you like orange scents, this one is incredible. Next is Teakwood Rose. Oh my God, and look at that pretty color. With notes of dahlia and dark berries. I think this is my favorite scent of the collection. I smell rose with rich blackberry, a warm ambery note, and something creamy like maybe a smidgen of vanilla. It's like a creamy rose and blackberry scented body lotion. I don't smell wood. The rose is not perfumey, maybe a little soapy. It almost has an old musty note, not musky with a K, musty with a T, but in a really, really good way. And the blackberry just takes it to a different level. I will be hoarding this one. Looking at the notes, there's the dark berries, but dahlia flowers don't actually have a scent other than a little bit of bitterness, which this scent has no bitterness. It is incredible. Throw is very strong, 4 out of 5, so I'll be definitely getting more of these. Tropical Breeze with notes of beach grass and melon. It's a pleasant, oceany water scent, sweet but a little salty, fresh air, and a tiny bit of an herbal note, and maybe a hint of soap and possibly a smidgen of lemon way in the background. It smells like body wash, but it's not a cologne or a perfumey scent at all. And it's not even all that sweet. It's a perfect bathroom scent. Looking at the notes, I don't detect melon. It's similar to the rain lily scent, But this scent is fresher and brighter with no floral notes. So between this one and Rain Lily, I do like this scent more. Throw is very strong, 4 out of 5. So I'm definitely going to be getting more of these for the bathroom. Next we have Twilight Birch with cat hair. And with notes of sandalwood and cedar. This smells like a combination of warm men's cologne with an ambery note, a rich, slightly salty exotic spice, incense and or clove note, and maybe a hint of mahogany. It's fantastic. It's a little similar to Seaside Driftwood, but that scent is more bright, fresh, much more cologne-y, and doesn't have the mahogany, spice, or clove notes. It's also similar to Cedar Patchouli, but that scent is all incense and spices without any cologne notes. It's like Twilight Birch is like a combination of Seaside Driftwood and Cedar Patchouli, but it's actually much closer to the Cedar Patchouli because it has more of those exotic spices and a little bit less of the cologne type notes. And the throw is very strong, 4 out of 5, another fantastic scent. Vanilla bean and amber with notes of tonka and woods. This is a lovely, warm, sweet, ambery, perfumey scent with a smidgen of cedar and vanilla. It's very, very similar to the Cozy Cashmere scent, but that scent has a rich, slightly buttery vanilla note that this scent does not have, while this scent has a sweet cedar note that Cozy Cashmere does not have, although Cozy Cashmere does have a smidgen of a light wood note, but not cedar per se. I really like them both, but I do like the Cozy Cashmere a bit more. And this is the only one that had really poor throw, like a 1 out of 5. I could only smell it from like a few inches away. And other people have mentioned that this one was very weak. So a lot of these vanilla amber type scents usually are, but this is really the only really weak scent out of the bunch. Next we have vanilla bourbon with notes of brown sugar and caramel. This smells like sweet, rich, warm, freshly baked vanilla cookies with caramel frosting. It is so scrumptious. Looking at the notes, I do smell the brown sugar, but I don't think I smell bourbon or any liquor type notes. I love this scent. It's so rich and sweet and yummy. Throw is bold, 5 out of 5, took over the entire house. So I'm not a big fan of bakery type scents, but I adore this scent. Next we have Winter Magic with notes of white amber and pine. This is a perfect combination of warm, ambery perfume and pine. It has a tiny bit of a nasal clearing effect close up when melting, so it might have a hint of eucalyptus, possibly also a hint of cedar and smidgen of vanilla. It's about half and half amber and pine. Very nice. Throw is strong, 3.5 out of 5. Very nice scent. And then we have the 4 triple melts. So we've got, I guess I'll open these. Let's see. You can see there's 3 different scents in them. And, oh, it's weird. This one has less. All right. So we've got what's called the Cozy triple scent, which is Blackberry Oak, Vanilla Bean and Amber, and Cedar Patchouli, which I've just reviewed. They're all available as single scents. And then we've got the Fall Trio, which is Pumpkin Spice, Caramel Latte, Vanilla Bean, and Amber. We've got the Holiday Trio, which is Fresh Fraser, Festive Spice, and Cozy Cashmere. And We've got the Wellness Trio, which is Lavender White Tea, Eucalyptus Leaf, and Tangerine Ginger. And I think my battery is running low, so if you want to read a text version of this review, just go to waxmeltreviews.com and feel free to join our Facebook group. You can where we discuss all different brands of retail and store-bought wax melts, and you can find the link to our Facebook group underneath this video and on our website at waxmeltreviews.com. Have a good day.